EG. I'm your host, aka the Gamesman. You guys also know me as Mike Dab. Welcome back to another awesome video, guys. This video is not for everyone, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys, and like I said, just gonna keep it 100. That's all I can do. So, you know, I've been in a hobby. This is my eighth year on YouTube, and I thought, for 2019, when we were in the pandemic, that the hobby itself was like at the brink, and as the presidency changed, new president came into office, I started seeing a shift in social media and in the hobby. The hobby itself has become, and I'm not sure if I'm the only one, has become very volatile, has become full of a lot of shady people, a lot of scams, a lot of things being exposed that was going on in the hobby. And that's, on different platforms, not just on YouTube, but just in the hobby in general. From the pandemic, we had people running into Walmarts, Targets, clearing shelves off, from sports cards to Pokemon. You had I'm not even going to say the scalp. I'm going to say the resellers, because in this market, people who resold anything Pokemon related or anything got called a scalper. And I don't think you guys understand scalper or reseller. Scalper is a person, I'm just going to break it down to you. Scalper is a person that is mainly in for short term. All right, they're not experienced, all right, as a well-seasoned like seller on eBay or Mercari or Amazon. These guys' skill levels are very low. They do tick up, okay? They do tick up. They do gain experience. Just saying, for most of the scalpers, we're going to use the word scalpers versus then resellers, all right? Because I think we need to decipher the code of a scalper and a reseller, and then we're going to go into real scalper or resellers, all right? So, and a scalper is, the mentality is one, it's a wham bam thank you ma'am. They're going to get in, grab what they can, resell it, and they're on to the next thing, all right? Mainly we had that happen during the pandemic when there were shortages. A lot of that got a lot of that product, primarily sports card, but it did move into the Pokemon hobby, where inexperienced sellers, newcomers, found out there was money in Pokemon, moved into the field, all right? Not even knowing Pokemon and just buying anything and reselling it because it had a value, or they could sell it for more. Especially in the pandemic, they were buying everything. All right. So a scalper is inexperienced. All right. That they do get experience as they sell. Okay. And then they can move on to these other platforms such as Mercari. They can get on to Whatnots and all that. All right, they're very easy. And like I said, this is about the Pokemon hobby being toxic. We're breaking it down into these points that I want to bring up because it's important that you guys understand. All right, and the scalper mentality formulates from greed, that they hear about stuff from people who talk, or a friend that might have told them about, hey, the Pokemon hobby's hot. I'm selling on eBay. I'm making so much money on selling Pokemon, and they are influenced by their friend, and then they would either go home, click on the YouTube because they heard some other people talking about it, and then they say, oh wow, I can go into Walmart, clear shelves, and make all this money selling all this product, and as a quick flip, they're making $15 per box or whatever. I mean, very low percentages, and flipping it and rinsing and repeating. All right, so that's your scalper mentality. Is they're out for whatever they can when they can, and they're going to sell it at any point, at any price, depending on if it's a low premium or a higher premium. All right, they will sell in between there. Your reseller is your seasoned seller. All right, these are your typical sellers that you would normally find on eBay. They have an eBay store. They've been there for years. All right. Those are your sellers that you see at conventions, at collecticons every year. You'll see those sellers there every year. You see the same seller. And then you'll have new guys that come in as a reseller. So there's a difference between scalpers and resellers. All right, resellers are going to be people that are in for long term, they're in for short term, but they're in for the most part the long term of the hobby. And they're going to whip it through the good and the bad. The scalpers are going to leave once things start going sour. There's no money to be made. They're done. They're done. All right, and they will only come back in when there is profits on the table. All right, or a resurgence. All right, so your scalpers are not your eBay sellers. All right. They're not your Facebook Marketplace or Mercari sellers, all right? Even though they do take up fields in that aspect, they're not your typical scalpers. Though that market of Facebook is made up between some people scalping and your main resellers that have a audience or a media following, okay? So conventions, your shows, your card shows, those are where you're going to see your resellers. And I think people in this hobby, Pokemon, are getting things twisted between a scalper and a reseller. And we had the sides of your LGSs sounding like they were coming off as a scalper because they had prices that were crazy at their shops, which they shouldn't have. That was because they were taking advantage of people, all right, taking advantage of their customers that were coming into their stores during the pandemic. And still, evidence can happen if products take off in Pokemon, where your old LGS can sound like a scalper. Now we have evidence of this with a shop, Mad Barn or Mad Cats or something on YouTube. There was a Mad something. And little Wolf or something like that went into a Walmart and got Pokemon 151 product in boxes, and they cleared out the entire, I think they cleared out the whole store of all the Pokemon 151 Alakazam and EX boxes. There was a 2-box set at Sam's for $37, and they have an LGS. All right, they have an LGS store, and they have a Sam's Club membership where they, even though they're getting product from a distributor, they bought all this product from Sam's Club, brought it back to their shop, advertised it at their shop for $37. They broke the boxes from the 2-packs and was selling it at the price for what they paid for one. And a lot of people got mad with that aspect of a shop owner that gets product from distributors going into Targets, not in Target, going to a Sam's Club, bought out a bunch of the 151. And there's a lot of people on YouTube right now blowing Mad Party or Mad Cat or something, Little Wolf and Big Wolf or Mama Wolf or whatever. This pair that went into Sam's Club buying up the 151 product. All right. Now, are they a scalper or are they a reseller? It's a little bit of both, particularly if they have a mom and pop shop already where they're getting products from a distributor but go into a Sam's Club that is publicly, where they're bought out all the product from that one store, brought it back to their shop and redistributed it back out at a higher price, and people got pissed off. I understand that aspect, all right? And that's why I said we're still got issues in the hobby. It's becoming toxic even now. It's still toxic to be in this hobby, in this community. And even as a content creator, I get heat for stuff concerning my loose booster packs. We'll go into that in this video as well. But the hobby in general, man, it's a lot of very toxic people in this space. People, a lot of youth, a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers to people often take offense to someone who is reselling products, regardless to how they obtained them or when they got them or how long they've been in the hobby. The hobby in general has a issue with any person or persons or channel that resells Pokemon product on a secondary market. And that's an issue for me, and it's an issue for the community, because this community of Pokemon has been built around collecticons, around these card parties and stuff where you have secondary markets selling products. So, guys, I don't know where the hell all this toxicity about this is coming from with someone reselling product, whether it's at a collecticon or at a show, that people within the hobby have a issue with a content creator that may not even have an LGS, that's just Lone Shark, that buys from Walmart or buys from Target without having a distributor, all right, resells product at a higher price. Compare it to an LGS, that someone on YouTube that has an LGS that deals with a distributor and is selling product to you. It's still on the secondary market because he got it for one price, selling it back to you on a secondary market. He's selling to you on YouTube. He's not selling from the store. He's selling to you on YouTube with a Patreon or whatever. So it's still a secondary market sell. You didn't go to the store to pick it up. You're buying it off of YouTube from a website or whatever that he has linked in his description. So you're still buying on a secondary market. You're still buying from somebody who's reselling. So I don't know why the hell everybody has a problem with someone who resells product, whether it's broken down out of a box, or he has an LGS store, or whether they went to a Target, Walmart, and bought on a secondary market to their store and resold product. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of toxicity, a lot of people worried about other people. They should be worried about what they're doing and, in their life. a lot of people try to build a business. A lot of people come from nothing but make it into something, and Pokemon becomes their full-time hobby, and they are selling a product or a service to you on the secondary market, whether it's a PokeRev pack, which is a secondary market product that PokeRev decided to structure and brand as his own product to his Patreons or to his subscribers. He's selling you a product on a secondary market, and everyone's Gucci about what PokeRev is doing, but if it comes to someone else doing the same thing, oh, it's illegal gambling, buy your own packs or buy your own things. Everyone is criticizing someone else for their expertise or their business or whatever they made. It's not good for the hobby. Buy your own packs. This is a Rattle Pokemon bringing that toxicity to the channel, but yet he comes out with his own card shop or game show talking about he was against all these carnival games, but Rattle has his own card shop, but no one's speaking out on that. I mean, it's not card shop, guys. Let me get it straight. His own game show. Comes out there looking like Steve Harvey with his tuxedo shirt. Comes out and he does his game show. No one spoke about that except me. I brought it up because Rattle was against that, but that blasted Jake, Twice Baked Jake, about changing his mind because Twice Baked Jake got paid a certain amount of money for whatnots, but Jake was against selling rip and ship packs. But then Jake decided that he wanted to now do that, and Rattle bit him a new ass on that. All right, but then Rattle Pokemon got Collector's Cash to sponsor him. All right, and now Collector's Cash gives out Rattle Pokemon's giveaways for his channel for his game show that he has. He's biting his ass on something that he criticized someone else about, and he's doing the exact same thing. It's a game show that he was against all these carnival games, but yet you got a game show, regardless, that it's sponsored by a Collector's Cash that is giving you those products to give out in your giveaways. It's still in a form of illegal gambling. If you want to look at it in my eyes, it's a form of illegal gambling. You're biting your own words and what you tell everyone on your channel about all these other shady people, Rattle. You're doing something. It's not shady, but it's upfront. You're being upfront and transparent, but it's something that you already said you were against the games and stuff, and you yourself came out with them. And he may not be doing these games all the time, but the fact that he turned around and did one, guys, no one else is talking about it. I'm putting him on the spotlight for that, all right? Because he went against something that he was talking about in his channel that he was against, and it's toxic to the hobby that if Jake says he's against something ripping ships and you rip Jake a new ass, I'm ripping Rattle a new ass for talking about Jake and talking about all the carnival games and whatnots, and then you come out with your own game show and you know, and this is something that you were against, and you're telling people buy their own packs and do this, but yet you're doing a form of illegal gambling yourself. So this is what I talk about toxicity, that's a Pokemon, toxicity in the hobby, where you have a creator that is all about exploiting scummy people in the hobby when they bring something to the table that they were against. Just like Jake was against ripping ships, but Jake was not doing anything toxic. He was saying something on his channel. He was against ripping ships. Okay. Whatnots approached him. He had a change in heart. So what? It's his channel. He can run his channel however well damn please he wants to. All right? He can change his mind. The hobby itself, because of the following of people who follow other people that have a bigger YouTube channel, all gang up against this. This is why I say it's so toxic in this hobby. You have bigger YouTube channels come against because of their creator on that platform, form their own. All these bigger YouTube channels, they got their own niche. They don't care about all the other little YouTube channels. They got their own niche. They'll all formulate their own posse together, and that's what they're going to stick. They got their own clans, and then if anyone comes against them, they're going to knock that little channel right in the ass. They're going to knock them down. Just spite. All right? And this is these clans that they got within this hobby that it's toxic. And it's toxic for people that want to start a YouTube channel. It's toxic for the hobby in general because of scumminess that you talk about things that you are against when you chop other people down and you do the exact same thing. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm going to rip someone else a new ass because they deserve to get their ass ripped if they're doing something on there that they said they were against. I don't understand how this hobby gets so jacked from where it was. It's still got a lot of progress to make in my eyes. And you got too many eyes on the negativity of this hobby and not enough eyes on the positive things that are going on within the hobby. Obviously, Pokemon can't handle everything, and a lot of things do get out of control that could be better controlled in situations, but that's in the control of the people who are holding these promotions when they get those cards. Pokemon, I'm sure Pokemon didn't say, well, you set up it, and when you get this Poncho Pico, Poncho or Gray Felt Hat Pokemon, all right, then you give it out for everyone who spends $20, all right? But if I had a storefront and I got those cards, I'm going to count up how many cards I got, and if people know that I have it at the store and I'm going to be giving those out, I'm going to say, hey, I got X amount, and it's one per family, and you're not going to get one for every purchase you do. And you got to have a control about how many people you're allowing in the stores so other people don't get trampled. Because this reminds me of Black Fridays at Walmart's when people were getting trampled at the door. People used to line up at Walmart's for the 5 a.m. open door, and they were pressing against the doors, and they end up crushing this black guy. He got trampled because people were so freaking crazy, so out of control, that they had to get in there and get that on TV for $1.99 from Walmart and get in there at 5 o'clock, and they don't care. They'll break the damn doors down, trample over old ladies, and run people over just to get over there to get that TV for $1.99, right? So same thing in this Pokemon. People who get these promos, especially that Gray Felt Hat, could have been handled a little bit differently than what it was, and it's totally in control of the museum. They know the capacity of how many people can be in there. They should have counted how many cards they got, and they could have controlled that better. But a lot of toxicity came from that, where secondary market got the cards. People were the museum was giving out multiple cards to people who had their brother, their sister, uncle, and other kids lined up getting the card too for buying a $20 item, and they were just trampling people. That whole thing, that whole scene at the museum was a total mess. I felt sorry for all the people that went over and got got in that line, didn't get anything because everyone out of greed went and got it. And got doubles and duplicates of that, and then only to turn around and resell them back out. And a lot of the people, a lot of that scalper mentality, these people, the scalper ones that I'm talking about, not the resellers, the scalpers, all right, the ones that are only here and here for a short time, they get the influence from content creators that are pumping and dumping and stuff. And this is where it comes from. As a content creator, you got to be careful what you preach on here because other people take it a different way. And those are the ones that go out and start clearing out shelves and stuff, start doing ridiculous stuff. And they get into stuff over their head, and they're the first one out the game. But it brings out a lot of toxicity. It brings out a lot of things within the community. It brings out the devil in people. And that's even goes to social medias where people can get attacked on social media for doing stuff, and they didn't even do anything wrong. But there's just the greed, the hate, And I got another side of YouTube that, you know, and it's my feeling, it may not be anybody else feeling that, you know, some of your very own followers may be your enemy. And people will follow you just to follow you to see if they can disassemble what you assembled. And they're just waiting for that day to see how they can get in the door to screw up what you built. And I had some of that in my very first start out on YouTube. I had people try to shake me up, shake me down, try to make accusations which were all false. There was no documentation in PayPal for anything that they said that they did or purchased. They tried to try to defame me from my subscribers that will follow me. They try to defame me, try to discredit me, to make me look bad, like I was a bad guy. And still, in the comment sections, and you'll get that on comment sections on as a content creator, you'll get comments from people that just are jealous. They're jealous of where you stand in the hobby, are jealous in where you stand in life and how you built your life. Because certainly businesses that you make, that you go into, guys, that you get yourself involved in, you learn and you get experience, especially in Pokemon, you can become very successful in Pokemon. Without a shadow of a doubt, I strongly believe that you can become a successful person in Pokemon at selling, trading, and shows, and end up building and going to collecticons and doing bigger and better things. Most certainly that can happen. And you have people that will envy you and just wait to get their foot in the door to try to discredit you and disfame you if they had the opportunity. You got a lot of people that, even as your subscriber, that maybe your subscribers, that are just waiting in the back for their opportunity to strike you. You know, I got that feeling when I first started out on YouTube. I get a feeling every now and then just from some of the comment sections, because I do get trolled, or I get some people that follow me on the channel just to be following me. They're not even subscribers. I read the comment sections and I read the chats from time to time. And, you know, some of these people don't even have the guts to drop it in the comment section. They just put it in a chat. But what, you know, this is what how toxic this hobby has become for people that, you know, their life ain't shining, but they see you in a brighter light saying, look at this guy. He's got all this stuff. I want it. I don't care. I'm going to get there, but I'm going to discredit this guy as much as I can because I hate this guy. I don't like this guy. And they don't even know you, but yet they despise you. They hate you for all the wrong reasons because you haven't done anything that to go against them, but they will come against you anyway. And this is what I found even on your jobs. You have people that are toxic, people that just hate life, hate work, because if you get a raise, they didn't get a bigger raise like you, or you're making more money than them because you've been there longer and they only been there a little bit longer. And they'll try to dim your light, you know, even as a veteran worker, they'll try to dim your light, or they have something negative to say. And YouTube has become very toxic in the Pokemon space in general. Any space where there is dollars exchanged or dollars to be made, you have people that will always come against you and try to knock you down. And what I found is some people don't want to see you succeed. And as a content creator, I made it my choice. Yes, I made it my choice. DJ Bullets. Yes, I made it my choice, and I do post on social media, and I will continue to post on social media. And I will take constructive criticism. I read my comments. Whether the comments are good or bad, I'm reading them, and I'll comment back to as many as I can. But if I feel it's a troll or just someone just being just totally negative, I won't even respond to the comment. But I think if I got constructive criticism, I will respond. And I'm going to keep staying as transparent as I can on the hobby, you know, and what I know. All right. And, but there's just a lot of stuff going on, guys, that, you know, it's out of my control because, you know, there's too many people. There's too many people that are just being just toxic. And I don't know where it really all unwound from, why it's coming to this point, where you know, I understand that it's in the hobby itself because we have other people that are, you know, that their content may be negative because of their exposure for people that are negative. All right. And it seems like people like negativity. They like to be bound with negative in a space. And I don't understand that aspect of it. But I'm here to say, regardless of negativity, guys, that you may get, some of you guys might have been in this hobby as long as I have. I'm just saying, for the record, I'm not going nowhere. It doesn't matter what goes on, what comments they leave, or what they even put up in my damn chat. Regardless to that, is I made plans a long time ago. And with those plans, I'm setting forth preparations for me. All right? For me. All right? Now, life's going to have their ups and downs. And I had plenty of my ups and downs. Trial by error, made a lot of mistakes, learned from mistakes. Through all my buy and sell aspects of video games and sports cards, Beanie Babies, I made preparations. I made plans. And I'm not going to let no one destroy something that I love, that I've grown to love, and that I'm passionate about. And regardless that I'm making money on it, I don't care what anybody else may think. Hit me in a constructive criticism, but I'm not going to let anybody deter me. And this is something, when you become a content creator, you are on social medias that can say anything they want. And people are going to come against you. And people will test you. Because I've been tested. You will be tested. How strong is your willpower to survive? I didn't start up on this hobby to leave. Just because I made a few bucks here and there. Because I made my path a long time ago. All right? I made my rise a long time ago. It wasn't on YouTube. But I learned to just branch out and try other things. I just don't like staying one-sided into one thing when there's other opportunities that exist that I can see if I'm going to enjoy them or not. And with that, with YouTube, you're able to test those other opportunities. And some may fail and some may, may come through, may rise up, but you got to stay persistent. regardless to what people may say or what people may try to do, you got to keep your head up. And some people going to try to make things hard for you. And that's just people being people. And they're going to have people going to say some things that you may not like. And guys, I'm just going to here to tell you straight out, you're going to have to just keep your head up, walk tall, walk high through those waves that situations may arise. You may not see your way out, but there is a way out. And you just got to continue to just stand tall amongst all the waves that come against you, all the storms, all the hurdles. Just keep jumping, man. Keep jumping. And I'm telling you, if you stay persistent, you will be successful. I'm a living testimony to that. I'm one of those that if I'm going to teach something, I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm not going to tell you something and I'm not doing it. I'm not one of these guys that's one of these fake investors, one of these fake guys just giving you false propaganda. I came from nothing, but I'm in something. Did you hear what I said? I came from nothing. Years ago, growing up, I came from broke. Being my parents, we were poor. I came from poor, so I know what it is to struggle. I seen my parents go through it to have the best that they could for me and my brother and my sister. Even though I had two parents, I had two fathers. I had my real dad and my stepdad and my real mom. I was fortunate to have two dads in my life and my mom. But we grew up. I didn't have the best of life. My parents went through hardships. They went through the struggles. But they were able to raise me and my brother and my sister. And now I am a product of what I learned by watching them go through their struggles. I myself struggled, but made it. I made it. I may not be a millionaire, but I made it. I made it. Because of my persistence, I made it. Because of my desire, I made it. Because I took a stand in my life that I wanted change. And that's what I think on YouTube. Enough people stand up against something, then we will have the changes that we want. And the changes that you'll see, happen. But if the negativity outweighs the positivity, then it might be time to move on. Because you can't stay in toxic environments. If that's what Pokemon is going to stay and become, a toxic platform. Coming from 2019 is when I first seen the evidence of this toxic environment. And I'm not saying it's totally everything Pokemon is toxic. Certain parts of it is toxic. That there's negativity in the air, guys. All right, and there are clans of people, YouTube groups, channels that are forming. All right, and they can promote negative, but like I said, some of the negative is good for the hobby, some of it just needs to just be by the wayside. But it just grows into a nest that just continues to build, and you end up with a colony of negative. And it's going to make it harder for you guys as new YouTubers, you guys that want to start a YouTube channel. If you don't have the mindset of what you're going to come against in this hobby, then stay out of it. Don't even do it, because people have a way of trying to make other people feel bad, like you've done something and you didn't do nothing. They have a way of striking you down when you're up, trying to steal your pride, your dignity, to make you feel like you're not doing nothing but bad, and anything good that you do is nothing's going to come of it, that you're not going to be. And I'm here to say different. I beg different of that you can be whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be on YouTube, you can be it. Whatever you want to do, whatever your goals, you set those goals. Continue to aim, and despite what people may say or come against you for what you're doing, you strive for that excellence. All right? You just continue to strive. And you don't have to have 1 million subscribers to be successful on YouTube. You don't have to even look for having 1 million subscribers, because subscribers are just people following you because they believe in you and they're supporting in your venue. And I think if you have the support of the people that are more positive, that are for you than against you, then you're going to continue to do what you know, and continue to teach what you know, and continue to persevere, right? So, as far as me, I get criticized from people that don't even know me, but they can't condone me, because I'm going to persevere. I weathered every storm that you could possibly come against on this channel. On my many channels. I had two different names outside of this. But I have come against so many storms in this hobby for doing absolutely nothing wrong. It's just people that want to be like Mike. Kind of like you only got one Michael Jordan in this world, and he actually became the best basketball player in the world, right? In many eyes, he is the best basketball player, but you have up-and-coming players, LeBron, Kobe, who passed away, LeBron James, and other people, right? Now stepping up because he's retired from basketball, and you got LeBron James now stepping into the limelight. All these up-and-coming rising stars, right? Everyone wants to become a rising star on YouTube, but no one wants to really put in the work. And those that do put in the work, even this year, people who put in work, guys, as YouTube content creators for Pokemon, a lot of people left this space, guys. YouTube content creators. Now, I want to put this on the record because it's been confirmed, but I think Nostalgianomics had on Poke Any, and they talked about Seismoshock TV. And I brought that up to a couple of my subscribers. I brought it up to Alex. I thought I told him about it. But EpicTube TV reached out to me. And Seismoshock TV, guys, you don't know him. He deleted his channel. All right? But he was caught up in controversy regarding he was weighing some packs on screen. And then he didn't put weights on certain packs, and those were heavy packs that had hits in them. So he got knocked down for that. Possum Bud and Rattle dug him a new one on that one. He also got a new haircut from Rattle and a Possum Bud because of the Silver Tempest or whatever stolen packs he bought off eBay. And then his friend Dr. Applebaum, or Apple Bottoms, said he would have done the same thing. So there is some toxicity that became from Seismoshock with weighing packs, and then not weighing certain ones because he knew they had the hits, and then buying stolen product, and then got exposed. And then I did a video talking about YouTubers caught up in drama, and I was talking about Seismoshock TV, how I noticed he deleted his channel. And Epictude HD reached out to me because he follows me, hit me up regarding that, and told me that Seismoshock, the reason why Seismoshock TV deleted his channel, he has some family things that he's dealing with that he has to deal with, and that's why he deleted the channel. But I heard another side that he has moved on from Pokemon. He has some other dealings that are doing much better for him than YouTube would have, and where YouTube was for him. So there's two stories on that. Whichever ones are true, both of them could be very well true. He deleted his channel, decided to move on. Maybe the AdSense revenue, whatever, wasn't good for him, and he just decided to delete his channel and move on and get out of Pokemon, and he's moving on to a brighter pasture in his job, or he's taking care of somebody in the family who's sick, right? His own rightful reason to do it, regardless to the fact that he got pointed out for doing some stuff on YouTube, right? He no longer has a channel. Another person I don't know what happened to, I noticed that after he lost his LGS, his distributor was TCG Funhouse. I don't know what happened to him. He fell off shortly after he lost his distributor. So I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. And I'm not going to make any accusations or anything. I don't know what happened to him. So another guy. So another one, Abides Pokemon. It used to be one of my channels that was up around when I was doing my YouTube channel. I followed them. They very rarely do any YouTube now. I guess they're doing college or something. I don't know. So there are some channels, man, that I watch that I know are no longer doing YouTube are on here. Another one is PokeNav. Came back. He left for a while, and then he came back and started on a new thing with PokeNav, and now he's gone again. So I notice people come into this hobby when times are good, and then they disappear when it's not doing so good, and then, so I do notice that from time to time. People disappear for a while, and then all of a sudden a new set comes on, and it's exciting. Everybody's talking about it, and there's an uproar in Pokemon, and everybody's back in again. Then people stop coming again. They stop their YouTube channel and disappear, and then they come back. Oh, I'm back, guys. I had to take a break. And so I realized this on YouTube. But there are channels like I don't see anymore. They're not here. And there are reasons why they're not here. All right? It's just harder and harder to do YouTube. A lot of people just decided to just throw in a towel and give up because they're just tired of the grind, the time it takes, the devoteness, if that's a word, the time to stay devoted to a channel where, they're not seeing numbers go up, or the revenue doesn't make sense to them where it's worth it for them to keep wasting their time on YouTube promoting or doing anything. So channels are disappearing from YouTube. And the ones that are struggling, the smaller channels and the newer channels, finding it hard to get subscribers, to make content, to talk about stuff, are removing themselves from the platform. So, there's a lot going on in this space, a lot of things that I don't understand. But as far as like the reselling, if you guys should not really be concerned with anybody reselling. It's part of this community. It's part of I'm not going to say part of the community. It's part of the hobby. Part of the hobby. It's part of the hobby. It's always been part of the hobby. As long as you have collecticons and conventions where they are selling Pokemon and you can buy Japanese, Korean on a secondary market, because that's where you're going. You're going to a secondary market. When you go to these shows, it's a secondary market. So whether you're buying on eBay or Mercari or Amazon, you're buying at these shows on a secondary market. It's a secondary market. Whether you're buying from a shop that has that's at the collecticon, it's still a secondary market. It's a secondary market where you're selling products. And there's a lot of people that have an issue with that, but the issue has long been here, and it's not going to go anywhere. So with people, as far as reselling stuff, the issue is with LGS stores that are overcharging. That's where your issue lies. All right? Your issue should lie with your LGS store that is overcharging. If your LGS store is not offering fair, competitive pricing, then that's the issue. The issue is not on a reseller or a secondary platform, because those guys can sell it for whatever they want. If you want to indulge on buying a product because your LGS store doesn't have it, then welcome to the secondary market, because secondary market doesn't necessarily reflect market price. Secondary market is whatever the hell that guy puts on that box. If it's going for in-store at Walmart for $129.99, that guy has it for $150 at a show, guess what? You're at the show. You're not at Walmart. You're not at Target where you couldn't find it. He has X amount that he might have bought from there. So be it. He bought them from there. You're either going to buy them from there or you're going to buy on eBay. You make your choice. But as long as you're going to these collecticons and these shows that are popping up in your neighborhood or at malls, you're buying on a secondary market, the problem really lies with your LGS store that may be overcharging, because anywhere else you go is a secondary market where pricing could be higher than the actual market price. All right? So, resellers, those are going to be your guys at their collecticons. Scalpers, well, they may set up too at a collecticon and sell secondary market product at a scalp price that they bought all those Sam's Club boxes and now selling them at the collecticons. If you indulge and buy from them, then you don't have a foot to stand on and talk about and say, well, I got these on the secondary market. I got a show collecticon was selling for $49.99. But I know at Sam's Club, he got those paid $37. So you shouldn't really be worried about what that guy paid for them, because you're going to pay that $49.99 because you couldn't get them at Sam's Club. So secondary market's going to be a secondary market, whether it's a shop that has secondary products. Has products that they paid retail and they marked them up and it's above, could be slightly above retail from what you would pay at Walmart and Target, because it's hard to find, but it's an in-demand item. Then you may end up paying higher, despite that you couldn't get it at your LGS. If it's on a secondary market at one of these collecticons, they're at the prices at their discretion. Whatever they have stickered on it, if they negotiate a price with you where you get it closer to that MSRP, you're at the discretionary price at what that seller is selling it at the collecticon. And you work a deal with it. That's how it always has been. Everyone at a show, for the most part, doesn't have an LGS. They bought these from a distributor, or they have a friend that has a distributor, or they bought them from a Walmart or Target anyway, because there are a lot of people that do collecticons that probably bought or raided out Walmarts and Targets to get product and are buying at Sam's Club or buying at Walgreens or whatever, and bought these secondary market items, got these items on the secondary market and taken them to shows to sell them on the secondary market. That was big back around when Gloria Rothstein here in my area. People were going to ShopRite buying the blister 3-pack blister packs of the Cello Jumbos of Flair. You can get them at ShopRite for $1.99, and then you can bring them to the show at Gloria Rothstein and get $4 for them. People were paying higher than what ShopRite was selling for at $1.99. So people were buying products from ShopRites and on the secondary market buying from normal grocery stores and stuff, and then taking them to shows and selling them for higher premiums. All right. So, the issue does not lie in secondary market. All right. It doesn't. The secondary market is going to be the secondary market. And like I said, there's nothing you or I can do regarding someone selling a product that they got from Walmart or Target. You will not stop it. You will never stop it. Just don't buy from it. If you feel the price is too high, then don't buy the friggin' product from that person selling it on Facebook Marketplace. Don't buy it at the show. Try to get it at your Target if you think you have a better shot at getting it there, or trying to get it on eBay or wherever. But regardless to that, you are not going to stop a reseller. You're not even going to stop scalpers. Scalpers are going to come in and out of this, in and out. All right? You're never going to stop them. They're going to be here. You're either going to buy it from them or not buy it, or buy it somewhere else. But you're not going to be able to stop a scalper from selling something. And you're not going to stop them from marketing it somewhere else and making a profit. You're not going to stop it. But to come against someone who does it, like I said, I know people that go into Costco's and buy buyouts and do that. There are people in Pokemon that buy out on TCG Player. They buy out cards on TCG Player. They buy it out, certain cards. Whether you want to say they manipulate the market, well, obviously, a lot of buyouts happen because of us as content creators pumping waifu cards and all that. It all comes from YouTube. It stagnates from YouTube, so a creator themselves can pump something and make TCG Player go crazy, because depending on how big that guy's audience is, that person can influence a whole bunch of people to buy a lot of cards off TCG Player. If that influencer is saying, hey, Umbreon All Arts just went to 150 on TCG Player. There's 500 available. You know how many people will flock over to TCG Player and buy out as many as they can at 150, knowing that they can get it graded and get it graded CGC, PSA, and a slab, and it'll sell for double or triple that price? So we as content creators can be toxic ourselves by what we pump to you guys. And then, the whole thing becomes toxic because you got buyouts, and then once TCG Player gets bought out, now the price at LGS stores, they start raising the price because someone else comes who bought 50, 60 of them off TCG Player. They bought them all out, turns around and trickles them out on eBay because no one else can find the damn things. Now prices them up higher than what TCG Player prices. Now TCG Player, who is owned by eBay, is going to now up the price on that card because there's only one seller that has it, and this guy got 500 of them because he just bought them all off of TCG Player, off of multiple sellers, and now he controls that amount of cards that he has the largest majority of the stakeholder on that card. He holds his cards. He has the diamond hands with all those cards because he bought them all out at X amount and removed all those from the market. Now, turns around and gets them graded, trickles them back out. Little by little, he's making X amount, and he's setting new market prices for those cards because no one else can compete because he holds 8 PSA 9s or 9 10s and 250 Gem Mint 10s or, whatever, right, from certain grades because he graded all 500 of them. It's hard for anybody to compete with someone else who bought a larger position of all the cards off a TCG Player if somebody did a buyout. Especially on a popular card or got on cards before they got popular because someone on YouTube was talking about it. Yeah, then certainly they can pump those cards. So toxicity in the market can be caused by a content creator pumping single cards to go buy. Certainly. If he has enough people behind him, yes, he can certainly change the market price on booster boxes, ETBs, or what someone buys now. he can definitely change the price on something. If PokeRed says something about buy Korean 151, these things are awesome, and he continues to pump it, and you see him open it a lot, and he continues to keep pumping it. With his people following him, he continues to pump it. Everybody can say, I saw PokeRed opening up 151 Pokemon Korean. He's pumping it like crazy. He's pulling all these bangers, and they're cheaper than the English. We know Korean stuff is cheaper than the English, but if one content creator pumps it enough, it causes a FOMO, and it causes an insurgence for people to run over to eBay, buy out as many of these things as they can, and it causes the prices to go up. So a content creator can be toxic because of the following by pushing something out to his audience that he has 100,000 views of people that are going to see it, more than just his subscribers going to see it, that can push that product to another level in price. Same thing with all the singles. All right, so there is toxicity within market manipulation on single cards, definitely for sealed stuff, and just toxicity because the people themselves are just being transitioned into being toxic. So I just see more and more of this going on, guys, and it's just, you know, it's becoming just, it's just coming crazy. All right? And, you know, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But just take your stand. Stay true to yourself, true to your viewers. Keep it at 100. And I'm saying it as one content creator to another content creator until right to maybe someone who may be thinking about becoming a content creator, but maybe having second thoughts like, oh, man, dude, I didn't know all this is, you know, this is all real. This is actual facts, guys, stuff that's going on in the hobby. It's real talk. It's real talk because, like I said, I'm getting hit with my sealed product, my loose packs, only by a few people, but since I do read my comments, criticizing me as, oh, this is a man showing off all his packs, all his loose packs. I'm showing off the packs because they're part of me. They're part of what I invested in. And I wanted to share what I got with you guys. And you could say show and tell, whatever, but I wanted to let you guys know how I got my packs, where they came from. So for video footage, they're there. People can go back and view and say, yep, well, on every YouTube channel that he did with these packs, he's letting us know where he got these packs. And I had to come out on video to let you know where I got them from, because I lost a lot of my videos for these packs where I had to mark my channel as for kids or not for kids. So a lot of the videos where I didn't have time to mark them, I lost them. So evidence is in the packs that I have, bringing them back into the limelight once again, sharing with you guys how I got these packs. So you guys will understand and you will know where they came from, how I obtained them, and the evidence of that will be on every video. In an intro that if it takes 52 minutes for me to get to it and share with you, well, it takes whatever amount of time I decide when I'm done talking that I get to it to share with you. You can skip the video any time to get to that point if you watch it and you're not watching it live. On the live, when I get to it, I get to it. If you want to skip over parts when the video is done, you're more than welcome to skip over the video and get to those points. But I'm going over all of that to be transparent with you guys so you understand where I get these packs. So, I get attacked. You know those packs can be weighed, right? You know Sword Shield can be weighed. No, really? Packs can be weighed. So, what's your point? Am I weighing the packs? Why would I weigh my packs? Why would I weigh them? I don't own anything of really crazy value except for the Starmie alternate art and the Charizard card, the Charizard from Brilliant Stars, and a couple of other cards that are up there that I might have pulled on a channel. All right. Other than that, I don't own any big time alternate arts from Fusion Strike or Evolving Skies. All right. I had the Giratina from Lost Origins. I pulled it from a pack. I pulled it on a live on the channel. Photos of that card is in Instagram somewhere. I traded that card to Ray at his shop for Evolving Skies sleeve packs. I think I got like 60 packs of Evolving Skies sleeve packs, something like that. Some crazy number of Evolving Skies. I traded my Giratina alternate art that I pulled from a booster bundle box on a live stream right here when I opened the booster bundle here on the channel. I had the Rayquaza alternate art. That also went to Ray over at his game shop. That's at Let's Go TCG. So that was pulled from a pack. I never pulled the Gengar alternate from Fusion Strike. I pulled the Mew, but I sold that. I have one from Crown Zenith, the Mew and Mewtwo alternate art. I had the shiny Mew from Shining Legends, but I got rid of that a long time ago. I had 13 or 14 holo Charizards from Evolutions. Sold all of those cards. All those holos are gone. They got sold between $125 to $130, so I don't own those. I own very few high-end cards from any of the Sword and Shield era cards. So for me, wham, I would have those cards in my binder. There's no reason for me to weigh packs. All my packs are what they are. Right from the boxes, outside of packs that I did open here on the live streams, any loose packs that I might have opened up, wherever they came from, they were already talked about where I got them from, where they came from Mysterious Power Tins or whatever, or box stuff. I got all of my Silver Tempest. I did open up, for the record, guys, I have more Lost Origins packs. That stack there. I have a Silver Tempest booster box empty. Someone said, why would you weigh out your booster boxes? So I have booster boxes that I get, empty booster boxes. I get these from my local LGS store. Couple of LGS store. I asked them to save these empty boxes for me because I have booster packs such as Silver Tempest that I took out of Cyclozar Z boxes and other box sets where these packs came from, and tins that I want to put my loose packs in. So I don't open booster boxes and weigh out packs. I have sealed booster boxes with the cellophane on them, but I do get booster boxes from LGS stores that save their empty boxes so I can put my loose packs that I get from box sets and tins so I can put my packs inside there. Now, I did open up some Lost Origins, Dragonite, and Salamence tins that I got from Walgreens. I did open up several on the channel, but I opened up some off channel. I opened up 2 on live and 3 off channel because my wife picked up these 3 here from Walgreens and they did not have the cellophane wrap on them. And I was concerned that the packs might have been tampered with. So off channel, when she came home that day, when I was talking about a video last week that my wife was stopping at Walgreens to get me some stuff, these were the tins she got. And I was concerned about these packs that might have been tampered with, or they might have been removed, or something might have been funny with these because the wrap was off them. So someone at Walgreens, whether it was an owner or a manager, removed the cellophane, opened up the tin to look at the pack selection to see what packs were inside. So, and sold me the tins with no saran wrap. So when I saw that, I was concerned that I just lifted the lid off, and the packs were still in there. 1 Silver Tempest, 2 Lost Origins. So that's how I got more Lost Origins packs that I got in that closet. When I only opened 2 on the channel, I did 3 off channel. So just being upfront with you guys to share with you guys how I get my packs. I break down tins from Walgreens, tins from CVS, tins from Rite Aid, tins from Walmart, Target, that I buy, even from GameStop, that I get on clearance or get a deal. I buy them and I strip the packs out. And that's how I get a lot of my loose packs. So, for the people that don't understand or don't realize how I get packs, where I get them from, you now know. Live once again. So, some of the stuff I would do right off channel, some of the stuff I would do on live. This is how I get them. So many people, so toxic about what another man does. But I can vouch to you guys on the real. None of my packs were weighed. None of my packs were resealed. None of my packs have been tampered with. They are the real deal. They are the real McCoy. And they will be at shows, at Collecticon. Well, maybe not a Collecticon, but they will be at local shows where when I do get set up, you're going to see those packs. And then if anybody decides to open them live, well, the videos are going to be there. And that'll be credentials for me on what my packs have inside when you see people pulling heat from the packs that other people are criticizing me about my loose packs as weighed or searched or whatever, re-glued, resealed. Well, you're going to know, right? So, why would I trade? Why would I sell? Why would I set up at shows with packs that I take out of these tins and boxes? Well, were they weighed? Well, obviously, you're going to see that in future videos, right? When people at shows, if they decide to open them, or on future videos of other YouTubers who might have bought a mystery pack, well, you're obviously going to see what they rip out of those packs. Enough will be said on that. And then that video where people were criticizing me about my packs, well, for the record, case will be dismissed, right? So, for the real deal, doesn't benefit me to ruin my reputation for weighing a pack. It doesn't make sense, all right? Believe it, take it for what it's worth, but like I said, this is vouching back for my credentials for what I do. Right back to my haters, people that don't want to see me succeed. Regardless, to YouTube, I will succeed. All right? Because like I said, I made preparations a long time ago. I got backup plans. Take it for what it's worth. Regardless of that fact, guys, that is, in a nutshell, my sealed Ultra Prism, right? I showed you that. This is my reflection back for the toxicity in this space. It's getting very crazy. All right? Still stuff going on. All right? If you don't know a person, honestly, don't criticize a person for someone you don't even know or someone you never even done business with. How can you say something against the person or make an assumption or an accusation that you can't even rectify? You can't rectify that fact. You can't expose that as even being something that was taking place because you have no evidence to support your case. Until that happens, you can't say that. So why try to discredit people that you know nothing about or know them for what they do. But like I said, there are going to be people who come against you guys. They're going to hate you. They're going to be a hypocrite. You got a lot of hypocrites in this hobby. You do. And I'm just going to be real. You do. Got a lot of people that don't want to see you succeed. But life goes on, man, and I'm still going to be here. I'm not going nowhere. My path has been written a long time ago. And it doesn't have to be on YouTube for me to succeed with my path. It's already done. It's already done. What I bring to YouTube is I share with you guys what I know. Whatever happens, happens. If it don't happen, I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Enjoy the videos for what they are, because Mike is moving on. I'm still moving on. I don't need YouTube to do what I'm doing. I don't. So if you think you're holding me back, you're not. I'm still going to succeed, but I'm still going to teach. Even while I'm being successful, I'm still going to share with you guys, regardless. If you want to come to one of these shows where I'm at, well, come to the shows. You want to learn, stay tuned to the channel, because I'm going to continue to share with you guys. But like I said, I'm being real. If you guys want to be successful, there's room. You want to be a critic? Be a critic. Hit me up in the comment section. I'll gladly respond to your comment. You may not like what I write, but regardless, I'm just going to keep it 100 like I always have been these whole 8 years. I got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. But I figured I'd come to this channel because this is a video I wanted to do a while ago, but I said, you know what? Since I've been doing these My Insane videos, My Insane sealed pack collections, comments coming up, I said, you know what? Maybe it's time to let that video fly that I was putting off for a while to talk about. Maybe it's time to let it go. Because people need to know the real thing, the real deal, what's going on. And, you know, this hobby is very volatile. All right? And I rather go down the tube, down the rabbit hole, trying, than not give it a shot at all. And a lot of things that I do, guys, maybe trial by error. But for the most part, I learn, you know, what works and what doesn't. And for the most part, everything's been going really good for me. All right? I'm meeting people. I'm excited about my next few endeavors in the channel. I'm excited about next year. I'm excited for, you know, all the new things that Pokemon is doing, the new releases, the new sets. And I'm also restructuring what I'm investing, because I'm starting to realize that I don't have to invest in everything. That if I stay focused to just a select few things, they will all pay off at the end of the day. And some of you guys are going to have to make sense of how you're investing and how you're collecting. And that's going to be another hobby. Another video where I'm going to talk about investing. Because, you know, I've been in here 8 years. It's my 8th year. every year, every month, it's a learning school's in session for me. That I'm realizing more and more some things that I don't have to do and things I should be more focused on. And they will pay off, if not greater than just doing everything. And it took for me to realize this when I was looking through my portfolio, because I'm not saying I made bad mistakes or bad judgments or anything. I'm saying some of the things I could have done better on, that, you know, even if you got some stuff, you're investing in some stuff early on, there's still time to turn things around. And I want to make sure that what I invest in, that my money is working for me in the best possible way. So I'm restructuring my portfolio for investing in certain items, all right, that I'm really just mainly going to be focusing on. Just those main items. Not that I'm not going to buy any auxiliary items, but I will be focusing on the main meat and potatoes that are going to have the gains over the years, over the time frame, right? Over the long haul of things, those are going to be the performers. And I think that I need to focus on that stuff than more than just some of the auxiliary stuff. All right? But that's for another video. Yarning. Got Ben F in here. What's going on, Ben? Yeah, so guys, you know, even though what we have with what's going on in hobbies, just stay focused. Stay focused. That the good does outweigh the bad. All right? And just stay focused on what you're doing. Keep striving towards the goal. All right? Stay focused on what you're doing. All right? Stay focused. The negative is going to come. The toxic is going to be here. Just stay focused. All right? Without further ado, I think that's going to conclude this video. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Share out this video. Consider subscribing. Check out the playlist. Probably going to have another video for you this afternoon, and that will conclude today's videos as far as Pokemon related. Do have a pickup video. Got more My Insane video, sealed booster pack collection videos. Still have more of those videos. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. But I figured I had to come today with this video about the community, this hobby, with the toxic things that are going on, and talk about reselling, talk about, you know, the scalping, you know, and the price manipulation, buyouts and stuff with single cards, because I think it's important that we talk about stuff, all right? And I wanted to, you know, let you guys know things that I'm dealing with, people that I deal with on my comments, and things that I come against, and that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I truly believe in that Bible scripture. Nothing that forms against me shall prosper. And it's been very true, that exact scripture in my life, that nothing formed against me Anything that I put my mind to it, I can achieve. Anybody that came against me for any reason that they wanted to, they did not prosper. I was always at the head of the table. All right? So, like I said, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to continue to live my dream, living out my life, doing what I love. And like I said, you can't let nobody stop you from living out your dream of becoming whatever you want to be or become. And no matter what they articulate around you or try to include you in as doing, doesn't mean that it's happening. A lot of people out here are lonely, guys. A lot of lonely people looking for attention. And they're going to look to see how they can get your attention and draw you off of your game. And, well, this guy looks like he's successful. Let me see if I can knock him down off the ladder a little bit. And people will come against you and try to knock you down. And you may not be gloating or bloating or, just showing off or anything. You're just being trying to keep things real, and you're being upfront with the people that watch your channel. But yet, like I said, people will come against you. And you got to know how to handle yourself. But don't let them tear you down, man, or try to break you. Just keep being real. Keep doing what you got to do. There's no reason for cheating the system, for doing anything stupid. On social media, is your trust and your reputation means a lot. And people look towards that. And your trust will overshadow anybody's disloyalty that are trying to discredit you. All right? So just keep being real. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Hopefully you guys are able to grasp the reality of this Pokemon journey, because truly it's been a journey with its peaks and its valleys, its high and its lows, its good and its bad. And I've been in all aspects of it, felt the wrath myself, and I can just speak for myself. Not necessarily that anybody has gone through what I went through, but I can speak for myself for what I've been through. Some people will try to drag your name through the dirt, try to take you out. And as long as you are just, you're keeping it real and you're not doing anything, no funny business, then hey, that's going to speak words. And if you got other social medias, Instagram and other things other places where you've been doing dealings, those are going to speak volumes for you and you as a person and what you stand for. All right. Other than that, don't let no one steal your dreams, man. Continue to live out your dreams. Live your life. Dream big. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. That is my golden standard, that if you believe it, you can achieve it. Just stay focused. Other than that, man, I want to thank everybody stopping by. Truly, if you believe in yourself, then anything is possible. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to get out there, catch them all, and have a ball. I'll see all of y'all on my next video. Do me now. Peace. A whole lot of love for you, and a high five. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out of here.